At last, I have captured the one and only Doctrine Man.
Hal E. Burton, you fiend. Do you expect me to talk?
Well, yes, actually. And then I expect you to die.
You won't get any national security secrets out of me.
Well, it's not so much that. I have several questions about the fragmentary order your S3 shop produced.
Oh, well, I guess I could talk about that.
Every week, we receive a fragmentary order, which weighs in at about 300 pages. It's so long that staff spend sleepless nights trying to process them for their subordinate units, often tacking on their own excess information. In the end, they're so long and often so pointless that few commanders actually read them. Why is that?
Because the weekly fragmentary order is a product of egregious mission creep. It's not even a real fragmentary order. A fragmentary order is a brief revision or change to a larger operations order. The weekly fragmentary order is a beast unto itself. There is an operations order, but all it says is read the fragmentary order.
An operations order? I remember hearing about this in ILE. This is part of traditional staff work that dates back centuries, does it not?
Yes. The modern operations order was adopted into the U.S. Army during the interwar period from the Prussian Army. The Prussians, in turn, stole the idea from the Swedish King Gustavus Adolphus. According to British historian B.H. Littlehart, Adolphus would send brief orders to his troops which included information as to the enemy, intention of the commander, method of execution, administrative arrangements, and finally intercommunication.
This all sounds very efficient. But how did we move from that into this 300-page fragmentary order?
Partly because we used the operations order to describe everything from combat operations to setting up a fucking hot dog stand. We also think it's a good idea to place common sense information in a fragmentary order when a simple email will do.
Like what sort of common sense information?
Like instructions for ordering a burger at Burger King.
You joking?
I shit you not. Not only is this in the fragmentary order, but it takes up half a fucking page, and includes needless references to tasks, to subordinate units and coordinating instructions. For ordering a fucking burger no less.
I don't believe this is actually the case.
Ahem. Paragraph 3-5-Alpha-1. Subject, improve Burger King customer service. Task to subordinate units, see coordinating instructions. Coordinating instructions. Please know what menu item or value meal number being purchased as soon as possible. Have money ready. Please have one person speak at a time. Know what size value meal, if applicable. Know what kind of drink you desire. Be courteous to eatery staff. The point of contact for this information is the restaurant manager.
Amazing.
Seriously, do the Canadians go through the entire military decision-making process just to get a cup of coffee at Tim Hortons in Kandahar? Fuck my life.
But there must be important information in there.
Yes, but it's hidden under several hundred pages of bureaucratic nonsense, so it goes unnoticed. Seriously, one simple sentence expresses this information more effectively.
But is it not true that information contained in an operations order or a fragmentary order has the signature block of the commander? Thus, this is an official order.
Commanders entrust the writing of operations orders to their S3 shops. In turn, S3s entrust this to some board captain or lieutenant in their section, who copies and pastes information from every staff officer in the brigade. Each of these staff officers thinks that 10 pages of detailed information governing the issuing of equipment no one will ever use, or the sergeant major's snow removal detail is the most important event in the entire brigade. There is so much information that commanders ignore the vast majority of it.
That is difficult, certainly.
Staffs also decide that it's a good idea to include operations orders within fragmentary orders.
Doctrine Man, I believe you are mistaken. Fragmentary orders are attached to operations orders, not the other way around.
That may be true in an alternate universe where everything proceeds in a logical fashion. But this is Doctrine Man world. Seriously, there are 5 operations orders embedded within this fragmentary order. And each of these operations order has fragmentary orders within it. It's as if the combined arms center gives out those little Russian dolls. Except it's not a doll, it's an operations order inside a fragmentary order inside another operations order, going on towards infinity. And the sad thing is, we insist on using this process because people think that it's quote-unquote doctrinal.
My head hurts. Let's switch gears. Doctrine Man, can you provide me with 3 aircraft to move my evil supplies to my volcano lair?
I don't have 3 free aircraft. I have 10 aircraft total. 3 are in phase maintenance. 5 are performing another tasking.
I don't understand what you are saying.
I can only provide 2 aircraft. Out of 10 total aircraft, 3 are in maintenance and 5 are performing another mission. Therefore, I only have 2 aircraft left.
Can you send that to me on digits?
Here you go.
This is just text. I like visuals.
Jesus fucking Christ. Whenever I hear I like visuals, I know that I'm dealing with someone who is functionally illiterate. Do you want a PowerPoint slide with 10 little helicopters on it, with little arrows pointing to their location? And a portion of a quite chart where I actually do first grade addition, showing you that I cannot provide you with 3 aircraft.
Brilliant staff work, Doctrine Man. Can you also provide me with your current training status? I need to brief the boss. Are you red, amber, or green?
What do you mean? By what metric should I measure that?
Just tell me if you are red, amber, or green.
When did amber come between red and green? Why not yellow?
Doctrine Man, this is a simple question. Do you feel red, amber, or green?
What the fuck? I feel green.
Excellent. Soon, the world will be mine.